Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another words. It's been a weekend, folks. Welcome back to another live stream session of our Crusader Kings 3 Let's Play. Maybe if I take it slow, I could actually get these words out. How's it going, everybody? I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful weekend behind you. I hope you're having a better start to your week than I am. It's a rough start, I'm not going to lie, but it's about to get even rougher as we dive into today's session. First things first, though, just want to give a warm welcome to all of y'all who've joined us right off the bat. That was a way to start this. Yeah, I mean, honestly, is this the... No, it's not the first live stream of April, is it? Yeah, it would have been just perfect if it was the first live stream of April. Just everything coming together nicely. Hey, and every once in a while, I honestly... I kind of wish I set aside, like, a blooper reel of all the, like, flubbed intros that I ever record ever. Because, oh boy, that would definitely be something. Especially in, like, Bannerlord, where people will, like, walk in the middle of my shot, and I'll absolutely lose my mind when it's, like, the 10th take, because I didn't like how I said the intro or something. Anyway, a warm welcome, as I was saying, to Jazzy B, Donks101, David B, Marcus, Rinska WR, I hope I got that right, correct me if I am wrong, Carrie McKillop, how's it going, Kyla Plumley, how fares, Natalie P, Ease, Jeffrey Nelson, we have Jishnu S with us as well, Norbert, happy Easter to you as well, buddy, hope you had a wonderful weekend, Sahara 2020, how goes, I think Easter is Sunday, right, but Monday is like, I don't know, man. For some people, Easter's in May, so it's, Easter weekend. Going on a Viking campaign, says Ease. Oh, we still have work to do in this subcontinent, though. We might give Scandinavia a visit in this playthrough as well. Just a 2-week vacation sounds amazing, man. 2-week vacation. Don't complain about 2-week vacations, because eventually you get no vacations and you just work. Sean Chatel, how's it going, buddy? Conrado C, how fares? Cool Napoleon. Made it again. Glad you could, buddy. Pole Bear Lover, how fares? Charles Paul. I don't even play this game, but I'll watch Party play it. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Hope you're enjoying it. Literally playing Crusader Kings 3 right now. Cool Napoleon. What you playing? Liz Purr, how goes? And Dennis de Graaf. We have a second Easter day in the Netherlands. Well, so is it on Monday? Because, like, I know it's called Easter Monday, right? But is Easter... Is the day Sunday? Because it's also called Easter Sunday, right? You got Good Friday. I know Good Friday is Good Friday. It is always Friday. Always throws me off. 2 months vacations last year. Yeah, but that's like summer break, right? Don't you? Man, I mean, it depends on where you live, but 2 weeks paid vacation is like the norm in many parts of the world. I'm not sure where you live and what the norm is there, obviously, but like, yeah, you know, enjoy the vacations you do get when you get them. Let me just say. All right, folks, let's go ahead and dive on in, shall we? And do a bit of a recap. Not too big a recap. I don't think we have to talk too much about what happened last session. But I mean, some of it is very important to set up what's hopefully going to happen this session. Lim Stella, hey, how's it going? India, I don't know what the vacation. I don't know what the labor laws are like in India and what vacation time and stuff you get, but like in Canada, in Ontario, 2 weeks paid is like standard, and vacation, at least here, is like, oh yeah, you get to take a week off, but when you come back, you're gonna work twice as hard, so you may as well not have taken the days off. Ease, 30 days paid holiday, yeah. Y'all living in the parts of the world that actually maybe take care of workers a bit more, but let's not get into that conversation. Let's get into this conversation. So, was it actually last session that we got deposed? It's such a wild ride, or was that 2 sessions ago? Well, one way or another, we went from being a Maharaja to being just, well, I guess a Rajkumar. I thought Raja was the title they were using for. Oh, I see. Rajkumar, because I am still, I guess, connected to the Jagathi kingdom by blood, even though it's not my holding. I'm connected to it by blood. Am I somewhere down the line of inheritance for this thing, naturally? maybe like way down like 20th or something in line. Anyway, so what has happened is we've lost our kingdom. We've lost everything we had gained in so many sessions. But we have built the foundation upon which we will sort of recapture, reconquer all that we've lost. How do you even go about sort of talking about this? So we were, just as a reminder, our grandfather is the last sort of king who was doing well, Maharaja Kumud over here. He was the last person who was doing well, reigned for 29 years, died of the bubonic plague. Then our father reigned for just 3 months, died of the bubonic plague as well, and then we took charge. And because of that kind of succession, we were not very loved when we took control, and so immediately 3 or so factions cropped up that were trying to depose us. One of those 3 factions, we fought tooth and nail, but one of those 3 factions ended up successful. It was the Ratna Devi, the one that wanted to install Ratna Devi here on our throne. So they succeeded. We actually got taken prisoner because we fought in a battle, and that's what ended that. That's what ended that deposition. Is that the right word? Is that where deposition comes from? But anyway, that's what ended that. And so she had control of the entire kingdom. We were able to escape the prison, which honestly I did not think was going to happen. I thought that was the end of the playthrough. But we were able to escape the prison. Just got sort of lucky with the dice rolls. RNG Jesus was with us, I suppose. Orange Ganesh. I guess that works. Orange Ganesh. There's a G in there. He was with us, and so we were able to escape the prison, and then we promptly started to support our great uncle. He's not like our direct uncle; he's our great uncle, I suppose. We started to support his attempt at deposing the person that deposed us. He succeeded, largely thanks to us and our allies. He succeeded. He loves us. We get along very well. He has actually, in fact, gone on to make us his spy master, which is very helpful. And now we're planning on deposing him. Obviously, it's our throne. We want it back. It's just a matter of setting everything up to make sure it happens, and it happens successfully. So yes, as I was kind of saying on Twitter, soon it will be time to depose the person that we helped in deposing the person that deposed me. The word depose is starting to sound very weird, man. Very weird. Got it, Limstella. Thank you for the clarification. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't 100% sure about, like, because Monday's always, like, why Monday then, you know, has always been my question, I guess. And Wickles, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it. Hope you're having a good start to your week. Hope you had a decent weekend. Averon, not surprised to see my luck here. My luck, oh man. This has not been a lucky campaign, let me tell you. This has been a very, very unlucky campaign. Extremely so. Got some mechs to take back your kingdom. I wish I could use some mechs from Tuesday's playthroughs to help out over here. But what we actually were hoping to get us to help was our alliance with the Maharani Ekumentai. Unfortunately, oh damn. Oof, she has lost a lot of her strength. See, she found herself in a war against, what is this, Thakur Vigraraja of Dhara over here, over this like plot of land over here. And we tried to dive in to help her with that because, you know, she came to our assistance previously, so we thought we should help her. But unfortunately, she jumped into a battle before we could even get there. And so she lost the vast majority of her soldiers. By the time we arrived, we had a pitiful force in comparison, so we weren't able to do anything. So she's going to lose this war in no time. And it seems beyond that, actually, she has lost a lot of her territory as well. And I don't recall this from last session, but she also used to have Tamilakam, but she does not anymore. If I recall correctly, Ekumentai kind of like went down this coastline over here, and they were a powerful force. They were like 4,000 strong, but now they don't exist in that strength. So that is a bit of a problem. Instead of deposing your uncle, why not take Ratna Devi, which is a separate kingdom, make a part of your old kingdom? Then your dynasty will have 2 kingdoms instead of 1. Because Jazzy B, my great uncle, betrayed me. Remember that he was one of the people that was trying to depose me. The only reason we've put him into any kind of power is so that we could have a hook on him and then use that hook against him. It's entirely a role-playing thing. It's like, screw this guy. He thinks he can take my throne and have it? Not a chance. Ratna Devi might be is eventually inevitably going to be a target. But the thing is that with the Jagathid kingdom, with my great uncle, I can work the vassals. I can work internal affairs, as it were. Yeah. Oh, I will seek my vengeance on Ratna Devi as well. Don't you worry. That will happen. But my great uncle does not get to go scot-free either. Also, like I was saying, I might be able to actually accumulate some strength against my great uncle, whereas against Ratna Devi I need alliances, which brings us to the last thing we're going to touch on before we actually kick things off, full and proper. I have no kids. I haven't had kids. I started playing this run, or I started playing this character at the age of like 10 or something. So we haven't been able to make any alliances apart from the one we have from our marriage, which is with Ekumentai. Now, our wife is a very good wife. She's got that robust trait that I'm hoping to pass on alongside the scaly trait, which honestly I feel like it's just us. I feel like this has been a part of my problems, but we embrace them. We embrace those scales. Hopefully we'll have kids soon. She is now 16. We are now properly fully married, so hopefully we will have children so I can make some more powerful allies to do what I need to do. I'm barely not a kid. That's a good way to put it. I am barely not a kid. Maybe declare war on his heir, not him. Well, okay, so that is interesting. Here's what I am thinking. I've been racking my head over this for a while. So, that's the past talked about. Let's try and figure out the future over here. Oh, hang on a second. What are these little wars going on over here? You're just letting these people take all this land away, aren't you? If you're going to depose me, at least protect what you've stolen. God damn it. Okay, so being this man's spy master. Whoops. Always with the wrong spot first. Being my liege's spy master means that it should be easier for me to perform certain tasks. Yes. Seems to be the case. With someone's help, I could easily make this 100 or 95%, and then that should, again, unless I get very unlucky, that should go out, happen without any issues. If I do kill him, right? If I do kill him, he's praised Nurgle who humbled PE. Man, we were going on such a run, and then the plague comes through. God damn. But yeah, if we kill him, then his heir takes charge, and his heir would be less loved because he would be a fresh ruler. He'd have short rule, all that kind of stuff that gives you penalties at the beginning. He is comely though, lucky little child. And your heir after that is you. I was just trying to figure out the steps here. See, what I would like to do, I got two options. I'm gonna run this by chat here. I got two options. Option number one is I kill Maharaja Jagat and make Rajkumar Rajyapal the king, who people don't like, and then try to depose him, and hopefully I'll have support. That's sort of option A. Option B is I ask my great uncle here to send me his child. I don't have an available hook. Oh, he's in control of himself. Oh, because he's his own liege over here. So I don't have a hook on him, unfortunately. What I was thinking was I could actually have this kid in my court when I declare war on my uncle, and maybe that would make it easy to imprison him, and then we'd be able to get a bit of a bump to our war score by virtue of having the heir in my prison. But unfortunately, it seems that is not an option, not how I had it in mind. So I guess assassinating this man is probably the way to go. Question is now the time to pull that trigger, though? Cool, Napoleon, thanks for dropping by, buddy. I'm glad you could make it for a little while at least. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the day. Over 300 hours of this game, Eric Shelley. Yeah, it's easy to lose track of time when you're playing this game. Lucy Dimmick, how's it going? Hey. A different sort of scourge will be coming soon enough. Oh God, Jazzy B. do not speak of the future like that. Do I have a claim on the Jagathid Kingdom? Yes, I do. It is my kingdom. It's just been renamed from the Malabhum Kingdom to the Jagathid Kingdom because he has his own little house that he thinks is also powerful. Now, my Spy Master, by the way, I saw some of y'all mention I should get a better Spy Master. My Spy Master is pretty good. A 26 intrigue is not bad. In fact, we married, we had a marriage happen specifically because of his skills as a Spy Master, if I recall correctly. So he should be helping us a fair bit. He's currently finding secrets in, I believe, my liege's court. No, not my liege's court, but my liege's vassals' courts. I'm hoping to find some more hooks and stuff before we make a move against my liege. Now, again, if we take a look at my liege, we look at his vassals, a lot of these guys don't like me. You shouldn't... I could have sworn you were able to see their opinion of their liege. Is that no longer a thing? Why does no? I thought I got a couple of these guys to like me. Well, I have hooks on 2 of them. One guy barely hates me. Well, barely dislikes me, I should say. I should maybe work on him. Who am I swaying right now? Thakur Rajdanaj. This guy is, yeah, the guy who just barely dislikes me. Couple of hooks. Hoping to maybe get some more hooks here and there. If Find Secrets over here doesn't succeed, we might move on to like this spot or something. Find Secrets there. We just need a couple of hooks. What I could also do is, let's see, can I not fabricate a hook? I'm already scheming against him. That's the sway. Swaying doesn't seem nearly as important. What about this guy over here? Fabricate a hook on you, 90% chance of success. Let's go for it. Again, if I get these hooks in, then I can kind of force these guys to join my faction as I try to overthrow my my great uncle over here. What about you? You don't like me, Queen Mother Baby Bye, but if I can fabricate a hook on you, let's do it on her instead. 16 months it will take. I think what we should do is we should spend a little bit more time fabricating some hooks, maybe having some children, making some alliances, and then we'll try and depose our great uncle. Never seen the use for hooks? Oh man, hooks can be absolutely devastating if used properly. See, my plan was that if my liege here didn't make me his Spy Master, I would use my hook on him when I helped him become king. I would use my hook on him to become his Spy Master. I would be able to force his hand. Similarly, I'm hoping for hooks over here to help us depose him. Hooks can be absolutely huge. Any interesting plans for today, Vasil? Yeah, to take back what is rightfully mine is the plan. This grudge has to be settled indeed. Let us go ahead and hit play. I think we're good to move forward. Yeah, this war is all but lost. We tried to help, but there's nothing we could do. I need children. I need allies. I need hooks. And then I can get the claws out, basically. This guy, honestly. Again, remember, he tried to depose me as well. A call to war. Oh, dear. I don't know if I can say yes to you. Who are you even? Nellore. That's down south, isn't it? Yeah, all the way down over here. I can't help you. How many wars do you wish me to join? I mean, I could accept. If I decline, I'll lose a lot of fame, so I could accept, but I don't know how much I could do here. They're 1,400 strong. They have 2 alliances. Chera Raj down over here. Oh, I don't wanna lose fame. I will accept this request. This is a painful alliance. This has gone from being a most helpful alliance to being a most painful alliance. And as Norbert says, actually, if you've been enjoying this series, folks, if you would like to see more Crusader Kings 3 on the channel, please let me know. Leave a like, smash that like button, as it were, depose that like button by hitting it, and let me know whether you're watching live or the VOD. It helps me make decisions. Let's go ahead and yes, I'll accept. Though I don't think we'll be making much of an appearance over here, which is unfortunate. Accept and send 50 men. I might send a little bit of money instead. In fact, where is all of our money going? Right? Are we still suffering from financial issues? Where we don't have any armies raised or anything, right? Most of the loss is happening from, I think, replenishment, as we discussed last time. We have a fair bit of money we made during a couple of wars here and there, so hopefully we'll be able to keep afloat. And if we need to, we do have a couple of wars we can declare here and there. If I recall correctly, I had a casus belli on territory that is actually no longer in our liege's lands. Because you'll recall we also renegotiated our feudal contract. That's, I think, what we ended up using our hook for, was to end up with a contract that allows us to declare war despite his what's the word I'm looking for? authority levels. Not you, you're fine. Nothing near us is worth taking because we're actually trying to work with these guys. I suppose I could try and take Harikela over here. Now I have a hook on this guy as well. Like, I don't want to weaken the people I have hooks on, you know what I mean? Alright, okay, we're fine. Oh, hey, this guy actually has scaly skin as well. Oh, my cousin, that explains it. Alright, fair enough. Let's leave it be then. Back to work, Eric Shelley. Well, thanks for dropping by. Hope you had a good time for that short little while. Do have yourself a wonderful day. Good luck with work. Hope it's not too painful. My steward is terrible. Yeah, I don't have the best steward, but it's like the best in the land, I guess. I don't even have that many people that I can marry off or anything. Not a lot of marriage options available, really. My chancellor, married. Yeah. No, not too many options. But we'll have the opportunity to fix all that when we make our moves, when we hold more land, when we become a more desirable place to be, I suppose. My spy master has come to me with great news. While we do not know yet who. Sorry. Someone is plotting to kill my Purohit, Sabirai. She doesn't quite care for me, so I don't quite care for her. We must stop the villain behind this. Yes and no. Yes and no. I hope they will add more assassination stories, funny ones like people falling from balconies. I'm sure they will. I wouldn't be surprised, like, if they just drop in a bunch of, like, free, you know, new options and stuff here and there as well with their, like, updates that they do from time to time. It's like pretty standard affair for PDX and whatnot, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you can now have, exactly, you can do poetry, tortures, and things like that. You can do, they're already adding stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if they add more, like, storylines, as it were. Alright, let's see, what's going on over here? Is this your wife again? Failed to find any secrets his courtier Devi Ahilya might possess. You're not really who I was looking for. The truth does not have to stop us. We can just make stuff up about her, but there's no reason to. It'll just cost us money. We can't afford hooks on people that don't actually matter. There's no reason we should not be friends instead. So I said I would move up over here next, right? So why don't we go ahead and do that? We haven't had luck down here, so let's go ahead and try and find some secrets up over here instead. Yeah. See if we have any better luck over there. And then if we take a look at our own 16 months, eh? Alright, let's go ahead and check over here if there's anything worth caring about. None of these that we can actually push right now. I can lawfully imprison somebody. That's because he hurt one of my family members in the past. It's not a... It wasn't intentional. My forgiving father forgave him. In his 3 months as a ruler, that's maybe the most notable thing he did. Oh. Wow. Holy crap, what the... What? This was unexpected. Oh my god, man. Seriously. Greetings, my thoughtful vassal. I have come to the conclusion that you cannot be entrusted with the dignity and responsibility of the Malabhum Raj. I therefore request that you relinquish this title forthwith. Okay. That's not gonna fly. Are you kidding me? I don't know who's gonna join me. I don't know if anybody will join me. Yo, this sucks. Yeah, smart move by this guy for sure. For sure. Okay, all our plans for naught, indeed. Alright, I'm trying to, man, I'm just like... I'm still waking up, man. My brain's not ready to process this. Hot damn. Okay, what could we do over here? What could we do over here? Unfortunately, we are not yet skilled enough in the realm of kidnapping to be able to abduct him. I obviously can't accept this. What title do I end up with if I do accept this? The Tikana of Malabhum, I assume. An even lower rank. You could decline if you lose the war, escape from prison. Escaping from prison is a dice roll. Time to go out in a blaze of glory, decline and fight to the death. Tempting, isn't it? This person will join me with their 226 soldiers. He has 5,000 soldiers. I have 250. This guy has 226, so it'll be like 400 strong against him. Man. Man. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Like, are we trying to look, if we decline it, it's GG basically. If we accept it, we could try and depose him using all the hooks and stuff that we've been making. Accept and assassinate, like there's options. I was joking about the Lion King similarity, but now this is just plainly run away and never return. Yeah, exactly, honestly. Yeah, you can decline, Annika. You can. If you decline, though, it just throws you into a war, and we won't win that war. That's for sure. Cursed run being cursed, yeah, basically. Game over if he takes it. You think he takes the county too? I wish I could check. It says he wants the Malabhum Raj. It should... Oh, God. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure if he will take the Tikana as well. But I guess... Huh. Huh. I don't know. Accept and try to rebuild from the county title. Steal his hat. These are all good suggestions. Live to fight another day. If you revoke a duchy from a vassal, usually it takes a county. That's what I'm trying to figure out now, yeah. You'd think he would warn about a game over, right? If you accept, you should make an intro as if this is the start of episode 1. Take the hat and run for it. What do y'all... I mean... I don't think the game would allow me to accept a game over without warning me, you'd expect, right? Declining isn't really an option, realistically speaking. We'd go into a war, we don't have any allies, it'd be game over. Well, okay, that's a lie. We have one ally. We have 2 allies, I suppose. Where are you with your 423? Down over here? We'd have like 1,000 soldiers against his 4,000. As far as mercenaries are concerned, we'd be able to recruit 859, so we'd be 2,000 against his 5,000. He doesn't have any allies, so there's that. The only way is forward. I mean, true. I think we should accept. I mean, I wouldn't... It would be a pretty dope story if we accepted and then turned it around. You know. Yeah, let's go ahead and accept. As long as he keeps me his spy master. Hopefully he does. That's some bull, man. Alright, here we go. I think we're gonna accept. Yeah, I see a lot of accepts. Give me a sec over here, folks. I'm losing my voice. Just need a quick sip of water, and then we'll accept this, and we'll start our deposition right off the bat. What's life without risks? Ain't that the truth? But both of these, I feel like both of these paths are like equally risky. Assassinating his son is not going to help us as much as assassinating him and putting his son in charge. Less people will like his son. Rather, I should say, fewer people will like his son. All right, I suppose we'll accept. No, I won't be going to war with him, Musfik. If I accept, I will not be going to war. I wonder if it's triggered because of the Oria culture. Nah, I think it's just because he might have seen what's going on. I really hope this isn't the game over screen. That would suck. It would be a very short stream today if it was the game over screen. This is the downside of Iron Man mode. Accept? Well, shit. There's the answer to the question, to everybody that was wondering. Drop those F's in chat, folks. That is absolutely wild. Yeah, no warnings. That's weird. There should absolutely 100%, from just a UX perspective, be a warning that, warning, this will be a game over. Rajkumar Vijayanayan of the Jagatid Kingdom has lost all of his titles and became landless. For over a century, you have followed the dynasty of Malabhum, and it has turned into a noteworthy dynasty. This is my first game over, I think, in Crusader Kings 3. Yeah. And I think this is my first game over in Crusader Kings in, like, I don't know how many years. Like, all the thing. Norbert. Hey, man, some things are definitely unpredictable. That's a little unfortunate. That is a little unfortunate, for sure. Well, let's see. I'm going to check something here. Exit to menu. Damn, man. That's wild. I mean, we did... This was definitely a cursed run. This was definitely the definition of a cursed run. Our first character was... Oh, you won't even let me see all the details. Our first character ended up, like, basically killing himself through self-flagellation, sorry. Got his wounds from which he died, right? That was a fun start. And then Maharaja Jagat was actually ruler for quite some time, 64 years. We managed to recover. We made a lot of gains. We moved forward. We grew a fantastic bushy beard. We had a cape. Everything was coming up Malabhum. Everything was great. And then he died, of course, you know. Decent. 67 is a decent age to go. Maharaja Kumud did well as well. 29 years he reigned. 29 years. But then right at the end of those 29 years... he let a prisoner leave, and thus the Great Plague began. And not only did it take, I believe, one of our siblings' lives, or one of our cousins' lives, it took our own life. And it took our son's life as well, who only reigned for 3 months, and then came me, I guess, who at the age of 21, scaly, hairless, and without title. I will check if there is an autosave. This was on Iron Man, so this should be the end. I am on Iron Man, yeah. The scales were rigged against you, man. I love it, Nikos. I love it. Oh, dear. Disgraced sinner. I love it. Okay, if we exit the menu, what comes of it? Oh, interesting. That's it. That's it. I mean, it was wildly fun. I had a good time with this run. It was aggressive. It did not. It was relentless. This series was relentless. It kind of like kept going. It surprised me every time it kept going. Because I thought one way or another we would lose. Basically, at the start of every session, I was like, okay, this is the one where it all ends. This is where we lose. This is where we die. This is where we get, deposed. This is where every session I was like, this is how it ends. And we managed to hold on somehow. The question is, man, I hate starting a new thing with my head in the right space. I'm wondering if we it feels stupid to call it a stream. I hate doing that, but like I like doing my research and stuff before I pick a character, before I start a new season or what have you. Now, it would have been a lot nicer if it had just ended last session. It would have been a nice 10 episodes, and that would have been it. Yeah, unfortunately, it's all over. Our liege, our great uncle, revoked our title, and that was that. We can't continue, Musfiq. We can't. It was Iron Man, so that means it's over. It is over. What's done is done. We got 36 minutes this Monday. You know, it might not be a bad idea. Miss Elite has taken the day off work, so it'd give me a good excuse to just maybe spend some time and take a day off myself as well. As far as could you do some poking around? That's what I was thinking, Rinsk. Maybe we could do a little bit of, we could spend some time taking a look at some potential starts for next time. That's for a different game. That's not for the Malabam Dynasty. Because the continue, this is just like another game that I guess I had previously. I don't know if let's maybe explore some options. Why don't we do that? We got over 100 people watching right now. I assume the people who are watching right now are going to be similar, if not exactly the same as the ones who are going to be watching the next season that will be starting. I will be paying attention to comments as well when it comes time to pick. Obviously, with Northern Lords coming through, there has been a lot of recent love for Vikings, the Northmen, as it were. Previously, we talked about doing Persians, but obviously plans are mutable, so we could talk about that. Natalie P coming through with that super chat to make me feel a lot better about how things have been going so far this Monday for the cursed ending of the cursed run. Well, thank you very much, Natalie P. Your company has been thoroughly enjoyed through the cursed run, and the super chat is greatly appreciated. As you very well know, it supports the channel and it supports these streams, so thank you. Something to celebrate amid the horrendous situation we find ourselves in. So okay, let's go ahead and okay, let's talk about this. Let's figure this out, because like I was saying, I feel like the folks that are joining in right now that have been watching will likely be the ones who are going to be watching the next season as well. I hope so. I hope you'll continue to join me on these journeys, cursed or not. So why don't we first figure out what kind of a start date we want to do. Normally, so let me kind of like the reason why I like kind of spending some time picking up characters before I start a new series is because I like having a storyline. So like I see someone mentioning reestablish the Kingdom of Israel, right? Something like that. Or what I was gonna do if I played as, let me kind of like show you what I was planning with a Persia run. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna do a Persia run, but I want to tell you the storyline I was planning, and I want to see if folks are interested in that. I actually had some really interesting stuff planned if we did a Persia run, but like I said before, I'm willing to kind of, I'm always, flexible with that kind of stuff. Kyla coming through with a super chat as well, with a super sticker, handing me a cup of tea, I assume, to make me feel better, and it does, Kyla. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Again, like I just said, it really helps the channel, really helps the stream stay alive and all, so I appreciate it greatly. Thank you. But okay, so if we're doing a new run, it ought to be Viking. I don't know if it I hear the logic there. In fact, in some ways, it's kind of like ideally timed. We can take advantage of everything the new DLC has to offer and whatnot. But I just want to throw out there my idea for what the Persia run would have been, and get a temperature check. Because again, I like storylines. I like trying to build those storylines. That was the plan with the subcontinent, right? There was a unifying storyline there. Marcus, thank you very much, coming with a super chat, super sticker as well. Keep it up. Honestly, it's a pair, right? It is a pair. I love that thing. It's so adorable. Thank you very much, buddy. Again, really supports the channel, buddy. I appreciate it greatly. Nice. What options there are? Maybe a community post vote during the week would be a good way to decide. I think that would be the way to go. Yeah, let's discuss a couple of options here. I'll take notes, and I'll put like a straw poll up in the pinned comment, and people can get their votes in. And then I can make a decision based on the voting, and we'll see where that takes us. That's always a good time. Ease coming through with a super chat as well. From the fury of the Northmen, oh Lord, deliver us. I think I know which way you're leaning, Ease. I think I know which way you're leaning. So okay, one thing I want to throw out there is I'm not the biggest fan of doing and again, I'm willing to change my opinion here, but as far as creating my own ruler, I saw a couple people mention that. I don't necessarily like. I like doing that for like my own games, but for like these Iron Man runs, I feel like it's a way to build a stacked character, and it kind of forgoes starting situations. So I don't know how I feel about that. But all right, let me tell you what I was planning with my my Persia kind of run if we were to do that. Basically, I would start as somewhere down over here in the Emirate of Fars. Now, Fars is historically where the Persian Empire, you could say, originated. they're the Farsi people. They're Farsi people because they came from the region of Fars. So I would start over here, and my storyline was basically, if I could find the right people here, I'm pretty sure it was the 867 start, but basically I would be able to relatively early on convert myself to Zoroastrianism. My plan would be to make some alliances first, make some moves, become the Emir of Fars, and sort of the idea being like, I'm disappointed in how our people, our Persian people, have been led for so long, how we've been disgraced after reaching such heights. You know, the infidels to the west have taken the core of our lands, and even further west, you know, the Byzantine Empire, obviously a cause for hatred and loathing from, you know, millennia past, I suppose, generations past, let's call it. So my plan was to rise from being a mere Vali, I assume, to becoming the Emir of Fars, to then overall sort of building the Empire of Persia once more, and sort of putting the nail in the coffin of like Macedonia and stuff, in reference to, you know, Alexander the Great and all that kind of stuff. It would be a really cool campaign. It's sort of like unifying Persia. It would be another attempt at doing a multicultural campaign, though I might try and convert everybody to Zoroastrianism. So the challenge with Zoroastrianism, of course, is that nobody will like you because your faith will be considered evil by everybody around you. And then by being multicultural, there's some room for friction there as well. But the Persian Empire was, you know, especially in its, like, if I recall correctly, like heights, it did have multiple cultures, and that's why I kind of had the what's it called? The word is escaping my mind right now, but like the various provinces, like it had a kind of a few, it had a, oh man, there's a term for it. Someone in chat, if you remember, please tell me. Oh, holy crap. You are a... Oh my god, dude. This word is gonna haunt me until I can remember it. Give me a second here, folks. You are in charge of a blank, and you answer to the King of Kings. I'm like really upset at myself right now. I love this word too. I like how it sounds. It's oh my god, it's a type of a thing that you're in charge of. No, it's not Byzantine. It's a Persian thing. What the dude, this is actually upsetting me. I got to look this up. I'm trying to remember it as I'm looking it up. Persian like province divisions. What were they called? Satrap, there we go, the satrapies. Man, I can't believe I had to look that up. I love that word. Yes, thank you, Conrado. You got it before I looked it up. Quite a few got that actually before I got it. Yes, satrap. Man, I think I'm thrown off by what happened in the subcontinent. Yes, the satrapies. The Persia had satraps, and the satrapies, it was a way to kind of keep people of different cultures happy because they had their representation. Marcus, you're very much right. It'll come to you, you're getting worked up. I was just like, it's one of my, like, it's one of those words that I just really quite like the sound of, so I was disappointed that I couldn't remember. Yeah, satrapies. So that would be the idea there. Make the empire, avenge, you know, I guess the failures of the past, if you will. Take Macedonia, take Egypt, grow our empire to the heights it used to be, starting as a mere Vali of Lar, becoming the Emir of Fars. That was the Persia plan. Let me actually open up Notepad over here so I can take some notes. That's I don't know how many folks are interested in that. Remember, even if you're watching live and I'm hearing your opinions during like the live stream, please do get your vote in to the straw poll. In fact, you know what? Hang on a second, folks. Let me prepare the straw poll at the same time, and that way everyone in chat can get their votes in sooner rather than later, and then people who are watching the VOD can get their votes in afterwards. There we go. Create a poll. What run is next? So option 1, Prince of Persia, 867 start. Right. So that's that. Where's chat? There's chat. Can we vote now? Hang on a second. Play a Pictish character, return Britain to the Celts. Alright. Avenge Cyrus. Yeah. Well, avenge the entire history. Vote will be external, and new campaign will start next week. Exactly. Yeah, we'll probably be starting next week. Right now, we want to get we want to figure out who we'll be playing as. Reverse Alexander the Great. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. All right. So with my Persia plans put forth, I couldn't think of a P word to say forth. With that said, though, let's see what some of y'all are interested in. So, first of all, start date. Maghrebi Madness was 867. The Bengal Tiger was 1066. What start date are we thinking, chat? To, like, discuss some options first. I feel like if we're going to do the Norseman, we should definitely do the Wrath of the North. Well, we should do the 867 start, right? I should mention as well, by the way, I find this hilarious. Over the weekend, I was like, you know what? While I was playing Maghrebi Madness, I was drinking a lot of Maghrebi tea. I mean, I like Maghrebi tea besides that, but it was just like it kind of happened. And then as soon as that series ended, we started the Indian subcontinent when I was starting to have some black teas and whatnot. And literally over the weekend, I was like, you know what would be really like interesting? Just inspired by the playthrough we're doing in Crusader Kings, why don't we go ahead and order some teas that are literally like imported from there's some like cool companies I've been meaning to check out for a while. So I ordered some Assam teas, I ordered some Darjeelings, I ordered a decent variety of teas. Oh yeah, this will be fun. It'll it's on theme to the streams. And of course today, this happens. All right, let's take a look at 867. Because I think, if we're going to do Norseman, 867 makes sense. So the pros and cons, again, 867, we will not have access to some of the later like technologies and whatnot, right? We won't have access to some of the later casus belli and whatnot if we're playing as certain other characters, which is why I was kind of throwing the question out there. But if we're going to talk about the Norseman options. See, so over here with like Sudreyar and stuff, I don't necessarily want to do anything too easy, right? Personally, I prefer the later start because of the technology and succession, but it makes it easier, which might not be your plan. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like the later start dates gives us those advantages, but if we're going to be doing a Norseman sort of run, I feel like 867 is when they are at their heights. You've got more prevalence of the cultures and the appropriate faiths and stuff like that, right? Oh my God, Roman, you know what? Start as Hestine and do the Persian Empire as Hestine instead. Tea Party ruined. You can't ever. Well, I guess you could ruin a Tea Party. You could ruin the tea. Ivar the Boneless, but he's also an easy start, right? I don't want to do one of those like. Oh, I don't want to do one of these super easy starts. I would rather do a difficult start. Like I wouldn't mind doing, for example, we could try and do the matriarchal Chiefess author run that I mentioned in my 7 great starts. It's a very difficult one to do, but we could try that. Huninggarder. Where CJ, where should I be looking for Huninggarder? I don't think you can find. Oh, I hate that you can't use the find realm thing over here. What just happened, Fish Koi? Oh boy, what did just happen? We got deposed by. Well, we didn't get deposed. We had our holdings taken back? Stolen from us by our liege. That is what happened. Next to Hormgarther. CJ, Russia. Well, so Konogarther is also an interesting start. Dire the Stranger. Hormgarther is an interesting start as well. With either of these, we could do a create the Empire of Russia run. Do Mon. Oh my God, Conrado, like this small where these guys over here, this little earldom. I mean, I know I said I wanted a challenge, but a femdom run, Kai. Chiefess author would be would be fun to see. Can't be worse than Tiger Lizard. I mean, Tiger Lizard was certainly fun to do. Okay, I'll put Chiefess author down. There's my chat again. I prefer Persia because I've seen and done several Scandinavian campaigns. That's my thing about, like, I like to do things that are also maybe a little unseen, which is my leaning towards the whole Persia run. But again, like I said, I'll throw it out to a vote, and maybe we'll use that to determine how we go. Okay, if we go with Scandinavia, right? So where in? Upland is a little too easy, though we could start like smaller in Upland. I am partial to Denmark. Having lived there for a few years, I am partial to Denmark. I'm not going to lie about that. But let's see, what is a difficult Denmark run? Any Scandinavia preferences? Iceland is good as well. Tungur, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that's either a name or a call, and I don't know what it means either way. Marcus also seems down for an Iceland run. Let me do that. Okay, Persia. Make the Empire, Chiefess Other. By the way, I should mention, if we do Iceland, we will be able to take the decision to form the, actually, let's go ahead and do, not Iron Man mode, yes. Go ahead and start. Here's what we're going to do. See, if we do this run, we would be able to secure the High Kingdom of the North Sea decision. That would be a pretty cool run to do. We would need to have the Kingdom of Norway, England, and Denmark held for 30 years, and then we'd be able to make the High Kingdom. I feel like that's a pretty good kind of storyline and challenge. Norse and England would be interesting. Well, this would take us. We would be Norse, and it would take us to England. Again, we're not from Scandinavia per se. Historically we are, but that's a possibility for the Iceland run if we wanted to do that. Just describing this. Okay, so we've got some support from that. What happened to the Bengal Tiger run? Today happened. The curse came through. That's what happened. I feel like another reason why I lean towards Iceland, sorry, I feel like I'm forcing the issue. I'm not, I promise you. Another reason why I like Iceland so much is because it's also a little less seen, I feel like, in terms of action. Yeah, game over. Sorry, I didn't mean to not answer your question in my lamenting. It was game over because my liege took my territory, and we weren't sure if that would be game over or if it would give us the county. Okay, so Iceland. Let's take a look at this section. Any preferences up over here? I feel like, again, Jorvik is too easy. Sudreyar, I suppose, too easy. I mean, I know Halthor isn't here today, but if you are watching the VOD, I cannot thank you enough for teaching me how to say this. I can actually get a little bit closer to saying some of these names. Oh yeah, be forewarned, by the way, I will be butchering every name when we inevitably kick one of these playthroughs off. I mean, again, I'm pretty open. I love Crusader Kings, so like I'm gonna be playing. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time Crusader Kings 4 comes out, I've played at basically every possible place. There's a little blue island next to Sweden. You mean this Gotland? Chieftain Stein Scullison of Gotland. I mean, he'd be a challenge. What would our tale be? And would it be a Goot one? God, I kind of feel bad about that one. Instructions unclear. It's tough, man. Learning names from an unfamiliar space can be tough. Leon Norse. Hold on. Leon, you mean down over here? Where am I? I'm looking at the wrong spot, Roman, for sure. Yeah, this would definitely be a tough start. I feel like this would be an unreasonably tough start, maybe. Yeah, Montague is also one of the easier starts because he has all those, like, let's go ahead and pop on over to Montague here. He has, like, these hosts and whatnot. He also is able to live for, like, basically ever with his old age and excellent health. Kingdom of Finland will be good. Well, so if we want to do, while I would enjoy doing a Finland run at some point, if we want to take advantage of the Northern Lords DLC and whatnot, it's not really a viable option for it because they don't actually have any of those benefits unless there's a Norse. Nah, they don't have any of those new kind of mechanics or anything. Even all the way up over here, you won't see any of those any of those mechanics. I believe they begin like here onwards. Is this literally called Angerman Land? I know that's not how that's said, but I can't help but read Angerman Land. Hestine can live for a very long time. More calls for Author of Iceland. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, Hestine can go beyond 100 if I recall correctly. Yeah, Jishnu, me too. We'll get back there. We'll get back there. There will be a Subcontinent DLC for sure, and we'll get back there either then or before then. Vestergotland. I am... Oh, there we go. Vestergotland. Okay. Tribal duchy tier. They do have... Do they have any vassals? They don't have any vassals, so we would start as a duke. Kingdom of Sweden. Let's see what options we might have. You can kind of see now the process I go through when when trying to figure out what the next run is going to be. Decisions. So they can also secure the High Kingdom of the North Sea. Forging the Jomsvikings wouldn't be too difficult. We just need to gain some territory like around these parts, so we get our own holy order of warriors, the Jomsvikings. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I presume it's not Jomsvikings. Yoms, I assume. So yeah, that would be that could be interesting. Make well, I mean, we wouldn't just do the one kingdom. We'd do the entire High Kingdom, the quote unquote empire, as it were. It would require us to do the same things as Iceland. Maybe a bit of an easier run this, because we are surrounded by some relatively easy targets to take. Grow in strength. Oh, I'd have to deal with Viking like succession methods and stuff. Leon at the top of Brittany. Oh, sorry. I was okay. Thank you. Ooh. This could be interesting. Satru Norse. We'd have options here. If you take a look at decisions. We're actually too small to even be considered. What we'd have to do is we'd have to get a foothold somewhere in like this land over here to even have the option of securing the High Kingdom. Can't manage to make my daughters shield maidens in my campaign. They don't learn warfare. Yeah, you have to really like train them to be shield maidens. Okay, let's throw... Sorry, what was... I forgot to write down. So, Vestergotland. One sec. Kingdom, Vestergotland. You're gonna have to excuse the fact that there are no accents. My keyboard is, like a American-style keyboard, so it doesn't have easy access to accents. Vestergotland, form... Well, that was the High Kingdom. Same thing goes for Gotland. Form High Kingdom. What does Vester mean? See, if I go with my punning self, you got Gotland, and you've got the significantly larger, aka Vaster Gotland. Oh my god, I'm sure that's not what that means, obviously, but I had a feeling Vaster was west, but I gotta stick with my version E's, because Gotland and Vaster Gotland, come on. Yeah, Angerman Land is also pretty good. Angerman Land is pretty good too. This would be this is county tier, so it would be a bit tougher. 280 soldiers. We'd have to rely on maybe some alliances here and there to make this work. I'm seeing a lot of love for this general region over here. So, I mean, what we would do then is, where are we? We'd form Sweden. We'd take... I mean, yeah, we'd form Sweden, take Norway, Denmark, England, sort of in that order, and try and make the High Kingdom. Or, I mean, we just, you know, go raiding Paris and whatnot. I saw that mentioned earlier as well. Obviously, the options are open. For any of these Swedish runs, the options are very much open. So let's go ahead and do... and land. Sorry, just taking notes over here, folks. Bear with me. Alright, let's see. The ice dragon just came through. Stream tosses Bengal tiger. Indeed, indeed it does. The ice dragon. Things went a little sideways. We got what's it called? We had our title revoked, so we're figuring out what our next run is going to be. Vast Gotland is vast indeed. Consider Hestine. Oh yeah, Hestine is a very flexible run because of his like adventuring capabilities. You can basically hop from place to place and do whatever you want. You could be a Viking in India, you could be a Viking in the Middle East, you could be a Viking in, you know, anywhere really. And it's definitely something to consider, but I feel like it's one of those easier runs. Then again, we could spread the Norse ways across the world. Let's go ahead and put in Hestine Adventures as an option. This poll is going to be Polly. Will be a lot of options. Yeah, no, do a Prince of Persia run as him. Oh, the Ice Dragon. We were trying to pick up the pieces. And then the last piece was stolen from us. That's what happened. Denmark is tough, yeah, but I have done a game of my own playing as, who was it? Was it Skane? No, it was I forget now. One of the smaller names over here, back when Crusader Kings, well, before Crusader Kings 3 came out, technically. It was one of the smaller ones over here. Like I said, I'm partial to Denmark because of, again, my own life, right? Having spent a few years in Copenhagen, so it's one of those things that I do is, I always do runs where, like, I've lived. So I need to do like a Slavic run at some point too. Now, some of you were suggesting we end up looking over here. So I think we've spent some time over here. It looks like there's a lot of takers for Swedish starts. Sigurd, where is Sigurd? Smaller than CJ. Oh dear. I always recommend Transylvania for good old Vlad vibes. I do like a good Transylvania. So right now we're looking at. I mean, we could consider our options there. I could. Dox Presyanov. He has Persia almost in his name. We could do that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Surreal Beliefs is doing a Transylvania run right now, isn't he? Some guy became Genghis Khan as Hestine. Yeah, it can be good. Hestine's a fun run. Bulgarian Beast. Now, if we do that, we'd be playing as an Orthodox Bulgarian. So again, this takes us away from the Norseman DLC, just as a reminder. We could indeed, yeah, play as. Okay. If I was talking about butchering names with this, I would be, dude. I don't even. I would need help. I would need a lot of help. I would be butchering names left, right, and center. Zeklifold? Fold? I don't know. It would be a oh dear. It could be interesting. It could be interesting. Start as a count. Start as a duke or start as a count? What's the story here? Who are you? Vassal in the Kingdom of Bulgaria. We could become the Bulgarian king through plotting deposition. The Magyar Confederation is not until the later start date. Do Transylvania make a religion based on cannibalism to be a vampire? All right, let's write this one down. You know, if we're gonna do a Transylvania run, why don't we play up the mythos and legends and whatnot and go for it. So it would be. Who am I looking at here? I will say, having not looked at a map of this part of the world in a very, 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 very long time, I'm actually pretty happy with how quickly I was able to find Transylvania. I was like, oh no, where is Transylvania? Here-ish, right? Pretty happy with that. All right, so we would start as Count Umor of place. Form a cannibalistic faith and bring forth the reign of spelled reign wrong, of Dracula, I suppose. Little slightly differently historic, I suppose. We could try that. Vlad was Wallatian, not Transylvanian. True. I mean, okay, let's do okay. Instead of picking a character, I'm gonna call it the Dracula run, and then I'll do a bit more research and I'll build a Dracula. How about that? How about that? And I'll straight up I'll talk to Cyril about some of his research as well, because I believe he's doing a similar thing right now. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, we'd have to. I think we'd have to make a character for that one. That would be like the first part of the first stream, I think. No, not too late to vote at all, Zuka Dragon. The vote will be happening after we've done a little bit of select, choice picking, I guess, and then it'll go on for the comments as well for people watching the VODs and whatnot. A Sigvald in the Northern Kingdoms. I want to try and avoid character creator as much as possible. The only reason I'm entertaining the thought of like a Vlad Dracul run is because of the situation, I guess. The circumstances, I suppose. I will remember to pin the poll. Don't worry, Natalie. Wow, that's the worst I've said your name. I apologize. Don't worry, Natalie. Sorry. I'll remember. I'll do it right after the stream. Recreate the Roman Empire as the Seljuks, the Empire of Rum or Rum. Aditya Jane, we are actually trying to figure out who to do next. Vampires are emo. Vampires aren't emos. Vampires wouldn't be emo. They'd be like goth, I guess. The closest thing. Vampires are their own thing. Vamp kids are their own thing. A couple episodes of South Park will teach. Okay, so I don't know. I don't hate the character creator. It's just for these runs, I find I want to make sure we have a flawed character if we use the character creator. Now there were calls earlier for Holmgarthur and for Konogarthur. Empire of Russia runs. Those are fun. I included them in my kind of like 7 like fun starts. So we could do the Empire of Russia as either one of those. And I feel like we did North Africa relatively recently. I want to not do Africa for this run. I want to not do like Asia for this run. It's Asia. I mean, you know what I mean. I don't want to do like this part of the map for this run because we spent some time here. We spent some time here. I want to spend some time like, you know, up here where we haven't spent some time. And I feel like that's a good number of options. Recreate Ukraine. Avenge future Chernobyl. Just prevent it from ever building a nuclear power plant. Yes, unfortunately, Aditya Jain, the Bengal playthrough is over. We will return. We will return in due time. Form Palestine or Israel. Palestine. Form Israel. These could be interesting runs as well. I think. Let's see. What if you played one of the little duchies just south of the Abbasid? Yeah, I wanna avoid. We could look at not South Africa, but like Sub-Saharan Africa. The word was escaping me there. We could look at that as an option, but I think we've played Africa. Well, like Maghrebi Madness went on for quite some time, so I feel like I want to explore some other parts of the map. The empires around Bulgaria. The empires around Bulgaria are the Carpathian Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and then I mean I don't know if you want to count these as around Bulgaria. I guess you would have to. Playing in Bulgaria would put us toe-to-toe against the Byzantine Empire. And I guess for all of you who have wanted us to eat the Pope, if we do the Dracula run, we'd have every reason to eat the Pope. Mongol steppe area, we could consider that as well. Who among the Mongols? Well, would we want to do a later run for that, though? How about an actual Crusader King run? Nah, madness. What is this? Madness. I mean, if we play as Dracula and we stay Christian, we could participate in crusades, right? Eat the Pope, participate in crusades, a bit of column A, a bit of column B. Armenia is an interesting run. Armenia is actually a very interesting run. There's a lot of wild stuff that can go down there. I think we do have plenty of options. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna leave it at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 options. 11 past episodes in this season. 11 options. That seems poetic to me. So we have, just to kind of go over these options. I think maybe we do. Maybe we step into the step for our next run, Bash of the Century. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We have quite a few interesting options listed out, and who knows what DLC will come out between now and when the next run has to start. So we've got Persia, the Prince of Persia run, as it were. Gonna have to come up with a name for whatever we decide to go with. Prince of Persia would be starting as a count, becoming a duke, creating the Empire of Persia, and actually avenging all the wrongs of our past. So that would mean taking Greece, Macedonia, taking Egypt, and all that stuff back. So a huge run. That could be a lot of fun. We also discussed Chiefess Author over here. Form Iceland and then the High Kingdom. Optionally, maybe do a sort of matriarchal run. I saw someone call it the femdom run, which, I mean, I would definitely get in trouble. I would almost definitely get in trouble with YouTube for that, but I will internally think of it that way. I think what I'll do, Rinska, is I can't specify only 3 options. It's either like pick one or pick as many as you like. So I'll say pick as many as you like, and we'll let hopefully people will be reasonable and not everybody will check everything, because that'll just hurt their actual preferences. So, okay, there's Chiefess Author. There's Västergotland over here. There was also a call for Gotland. Again, with both of these guys, we'd form a Sweden first, take Norway, Denmark, England, create the High Kingdom of the North Sea. That would be the same kind of end goal as the Iceland run, right? But again, with the Iceland run, with the Chiefess Author run, we'd at least try, and I think we could. You know, I'm kind of pulled personally. I'm torn between the Prince of Persia and what we're lovingly calling the femdom Iceland run. I feel like that could be the way to. I'm torn. I like all these options, but those ones have like a special kind of like spice to them. You know, there's like a special like layer to them. But it's only because I've thought so much about some of these. But yeah, so as I was saying, we've got Västergotland and Gotland, with which we would form Sweden, take Norway, Denmark, and England, make the High Kingdom of the North Sea. We also, maybe somewhat jokingly, included, I don't know how to say this, Angerman land is what I'm going to stick with. I got to do some research. We could do that as well. Similar run, but a bit of a tougher start than Västergotland, a bit of an easier start than Gotland, give or take, marginally. And we'd have to, we could actually, in this case, that's the Empire of Scandinavia, sorry, I meant to go to kingdoms. We could make Sapmi instead. Nope, still in Sweden. Alright, fair enough. Sweden, Norway, Denmark, England, ICs. That's that. And then there's the option for Hestine Adventures. That could really take us anywhere. So I'm leaving that option open. No real kind of end game. We could absolutely do whatever we want with Hestine in due time. There was also the Dracula run. Again, for that I'll have to do a little bit of research and figure out exactly how I'd want to go about taking that approach. It might require the character creator. Might be something we explore later as well. Maybe. Something to think about. And then there is, of course, like I mentioned just recently, Holmgarther and Konugarther. Both options, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. We have found the capital of the Rus. And then you actually can make the Empire of Russia as well, which is quite large. So that would keep us engaged for quite some time. We have Anonymous over here as an anonymous individual donating. I wish I wouldn't say donate. That is a purchase from my Nexus store. So thank you very much for picking up the Planet Zoo Southeast Asia Animal Pack from my store. As I say always, it does support the channel, so I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much. Yeah, unfortunately, Streamlabs just calls it donates as opposed to has purchased, blah, 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 blah. Would have been nice. The Iceland Ice Cube. Hang on a second. What? Sapmi would be difficult? Oh, yeah. Sapmi would be very difficult with religious conversion and all that kind of stuff. We need an animal for Iceland. Is it ibex or ibex? The Iceland ibex. There's Natalie dropping that store link as well. Yeah, if you buy any games from there, you do support the channel as you do it. Back on topic. So yeah, Holmgarther and Konugarther are both options for an Empire of Russia run, and then there is the option to form Palestine or Israel, both separate options. 867 across the board. We could do 867 across the board. Holy Roman Empire looks great, you know. Yeah, I mean, but Central Europe, we'll visit some other time. I feel like Central Europe gets a lot of love already. Been seen, been done, you know. Like exploring wild options. Donks, welcome back, buddy. Icelandic Eagle. Oh my god. I'll come up with a fun name if we... I'll come up with a fun name no matter where the vote takes us. Alright, now I gotta actually set this poll up over here. So we got our Prince of Persia. Get all this in here. Man, it's wild. Today, honestly though, the Bengal Tiger run has been absolutely cursed. Like, absolutely. There's no other way to put it. I did not expect the ending to come like that. I was really looking forward to the plot line I was describing at the beginning of today's session, which is like, all right, we're gonna, kill our liege. We're gonna have his son take over. No one's gonna like his son because he'll be a young ruler, and then we'll be able to turn all the vassals to help us. We'll take our throne back, and then we'll go to war against who was it? Oh, I forget her name. But the woman who took our throne from us, who actually succeeded in taking our throne from us, we go against her, restore our kingdom, restore our dynasty, unite the subcontinent. Game said nope. The curse said nope. Let's see. Israel restored. Yeah, I've got all these noted down. I do believe I have them all. So we got Prince of Persia, make the empire, take Egypt, if I can spell Egypt right, Macedon, etc. On the Chiefess Author, form Iceland, then form High Kingdom. Västergotland, form High Kingdom. Gotland, form High Kingdom. Angermanland, form High Kingdom. Hestine Adventures, the Dracula run. As Vlad Dracul, Holmgarther, Empire of Russia. Konugarther, same, form the Empire of Russia. There's a form Palestine, and there is a Kingdom of Israel restored run. No characters picked out for those two, but I'll do my research and do some picking and choosing. I do believe that covers all of our bases. Taking a look at chat real quick. Abbasid Caliphate. I think we'll add more options down the line. There's no reason to spam, by the way. Mentioning something once is enough. I will see it. I feel like, yeah, with Shield Maidens. So again, for those of you that are unaware or don't know, what we can do, I'm being drawn by this more and more the more we talk about it. What we can do is, if we disinherit our sons or send them off to die in battle, have a daughter. We need luck on our side. Have a daughter before we get too old. Our daughter would be the heir. If we have a lot of daughters, we could make them shield maidens. And if you have shield maidens, then your champions can not just be the men in your court and whatnot, but they can be the women, the shield maidens as well. So you could it opens a fair number of options as far as variety is concerned. I think, Jazzy B, yeah, these are all 867 options. I guess so. I think we'll explore more options in the future. I see a couple of calls for like the Seljuks and the Abbasids and whatnot. I think we'll take a look at those at more options in the future. Because otherwise, I mean, again, if we go through the map one by one, we'd have 100 options, and each option would get one vote, right? What happens if you get 20 votes for Västergotland and 15 for Gotland and then 25 for something else? Then shouldn't you combine the two Sweden runs and you pick Västergotland? Oh. You sly man, ease. I love it. The long con there. You wish they had a 768 start option? I wouldn't be surprised if they add older start options. Let's not forget what the Old Gods DLC did for Crusader Kings 2. Oh, ease that trickery. It was a brave effort. It was. Don X. Is that right then? Sounds good, buddy. Thanks for letting me know how / what it is. She is Catholic. Yes, we would have to change that. Right. So, step 1 would be have a daughter. Step 2 would be send a daughter to either my father or somebody to become a satru. The word was escaping me there. Through education, and then you get shield maidens and stuff. Sorry, I've outlined the approach you have to take in my video about the 7 fun starts. And that'll kind of be the initial steps. It is very difficult. It is a difficult run. It is not easy. The faith prefers male rulers, so you're going to be struggling against that. Just like we had scaly skin for the previous run, we'll have this for this run. But yeah, I think it could be a fun time. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get this poll going. Let's allow multiple choices. I wish I could say how many, but I can't. Advanced settings. Set a deadline. Get a pin. Add an image. No, none of this stuff is required. Thank you. All right, cool. Just thought I'd check. Here, pick 3 at most. I will request people pick 3 at most, but hopefully folks stick with that. What run is next? Create poll. All right. Get that link over here and throw it into chat. Vote. Gonna pin it at the top of chat as well. And I will be pinning it in the comment down below as well, so you can... Wickles, don't you worry. You might have missed it, but with the Dracula run as Vlad Dracul, we'd be eating the Pope, for sure. And honestly, with any of the Viking runs, Ease has been requesting Cannibal Vikings for quite some time. So if we end up with one of the Norsemen, or as the case might be, Norsewoman runs, we'll consider feasting on the Pope. Feasting with the Pope? Feasting on the Pope? Oh, we're gonna have like... Okay. Just the 2 Discord links coming up. I guess Partybot knows not to... yeah, of course, there's a cooldown between commands. Oh, no, there isn't. But yes, do check out the Discord as well. I'll be including the voting link there. I'll have it in the pinned comment down below. The whole 9 yards. And this should be fun. I'm actually quite excited to see what run we do next. I think we've got a nice variety of options over here. Looks like right off the bat, the Prince of Persia and Chiefess Author here are taking the lead with 12 votes each. Quite curious to see what we end up with. Folks, today was interesting, to say the least. Today was interesting. I guess I will take this as a blessing in disguise of sorts. I'll take some time to chill maybe a little bit today. Like I said, Miss Elite has taken the day off, so it'll be nice to just kind of hang out, spend some time, maybe watch a show or a movie or something, and just write a couple scripts while being in the same room or something, you know. Marcus, make sure you check out that pinned message at the top of this chat right now to vote. Iceland versus Persia. It seems it's still too early to determine. But yeah, do get your votes in. I would love to make sure everyone has their voice heard as I make some decisions. But folks, I hope you enjoyed the Bengal Tiger run for as long as it did last. I'm quite pleased with how we did, all things considered. It was the most cursed run, and I hope it stays the most cursed run I ever get in Crusader Kings 3, because I don't think my heart could handle more palpitations. That was wild, man. That was wild. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed exploring maybe a region that doesn't get as much attention. I try to do that. I try to like explore storylines and regions that don't get much love. I saw many comments talking about how you enjoyed like the history sidebars and whatnot, so I'll try and do my research on that front as well with regards to wherever we end up, and hopefully I can remember words like satrap and satrapy if, or whatever's relevant depending on where we end up. And I will be turning to people for assistance with names and whatnot. We are free of the curse of the tiger lizard. I should sincerely hope so. I feel bad for Natalie P, says Jazzy B. There's no abstain option. Indeed, there is not. McWabbit, rewatch the first Bannerlord video. It's 1 year old since Saturday. Yeah, it's wild, right? It's been some time. No second vote, CJ. Sorry, I don't follow. Oh yeah, no. It's everyone gets to vote once, and I will pin it in announcements as well. Yes, Ease. Thanks for the reminder. No work, only snuggle, says Wickles. I agree. You know what? You might be right. Yeah, Ashvin, I was thinking the same thing as well. Someone mentioned that Surreal did his Vlad run 3 months ago, and honestly, I've never felt like I've aged faster than when I read that. It feels like, I feel like I was talking to him about that literally, like I'm not exaggerating. I felt like I was talking to him about that like yesterday, like last week. Yesterday would be exaggerating. I feel like last week I was talking to him about his Vlad run and how that's going. Author and Prince 24 each. Wow, they're neck and neck. Neck and neck. So many channels are doing Norse runs, Persia or Israel, says Pogamax. The 2 leaders are the 2 I voted for, so happy times, Jazzy B. All right, sounds good. 26 each now. That's wild, actually. Neck and neck is right. All right, folks, I guess for all intents and purposes, this is where we're calling it a stream. Absolutely wild today. Absolutely wild. Oh, I should mention, you know what? I kind of regret. Can I? I don't think I can edit this now that people have started voting. Can I? Can I? Existing options cannot be removed. Each text will come. If I do Chiefess Author, matriarchal run is maybe what we'll do. Yeah. Okay, cool. Votes are preserved. I was a little worried about that. All right, folks, this is where we're gonna call it a stream, though. I hope you had a good time. It was fun, just chilling. I like the good, fun, chill vibes of chat. Thank you all for coming through and hanging out. I hope you had, again, a great weekend behind you. I hope you have a great Monday ahead of you. What's left of it for some of you, and a big chunk of it is left for some of you, including myself, I guess. I will come through on the Discord, get all these like links pinned and whatnot, so everyone's able to vote, and then might spend some time relaxing today. What madness is this? Thank you all again for your super chats. They really do support. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about some of the messages that came with them. They do really help support the channel, though. They really help support these streams. They keep them all sustainable. So I appreciate it greatly. It makes a very big difference. Make sure on your way out, folks, you do hit that like button if you're enjoying Crusader Kings 3 on the channel. Again, whether you're watching live or you're watching the VODs, helps me just know what to do on the channel. I want to mention as well, of course, and as always, a massive thanks to all, hey, it worked, of the channel members and patrons who have been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Again, y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. We are actually a month away now, a month and a day away, from 5 years of the channel. Ridiculous. Have I got my math right? I think it's 5 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. Got some fun things planned. But folks, thank you all for joining in, for watching, for sharing, liking, subscribing, for commenting. Again, do leave your comments, do leave your thoughts on what comes next. If you want to elaborate on any of your votes, let me know in the comments. Whether you've been here, live or not, feel free to repeat yourself and elaborate again in the comments so I have my notes. But yeah, thank you all for coming through. Have yourselves a wonderful Monday. What a start to the day this is. Until next time, folks. Cheers.